Hello, Judy. You remember my daughter, Jenna, don't you?
This is not a social call. It's a wake-up call. Now, you signed up for service. I would think owning a restaurant, you'd understand the concept.
I do understand it. But I don't have a maitre d' or a bartender.
I told you day one, whatever you put in front of sobriety, you will lose. That is not a threat. That is a promise.
My mother has priorities, Judy.
Your mama has a responsibility to herself. And I think she understands what I'm saying. And I suspect you do, too. Now, those people are counting on their coffee. You've got 20 minutes before the break. So I suggest you move your butt and make your meeting.
She's right. I did promise coffee. Honey, listen, could I ask you to just stay here and run things through until I get back? I won't be long.
Don't worry.
And I am sorry the way she talked to you. I mean, she's just so impossible.
I could not deal with her on a day-to-day
Well,
basis.
tell Victor that, will you? Because he thinks we're a match made in heaven. Thank you, Cindy.
Okay.
Slow motion will get you there faster.
You know what, Victor? If I lose my business, I'm going to blame you.
Can I speak to you for a minute on the balcony, please?
Uh-oh.
Just give him a push off the side, would you?
Now, what's going on?
Look, I know that you really care about my mom and everything. But,
Yeah, she's a terrific lady.
well, that's exactly why I have no idea why you put her with this person, Judy. I mean, she's completely abrasive. You know that? In fact, I take it back. You know what? She's rude, and she's pushy, and she has absolutely no idea how to relate to my mother and her situation. Now, I don't know, maybe she's good at this thing called the program, or whatever it is that you call it, but there's more to a sponsorship relationship than expertise. You know, there's compatibility. My mom has to confide in her, right? She has to confide in Judy. Now, she runs a restaurant that she owns. She's coming out with her latest novel right now. She's going to do book interviews and tours. How is Judy ever going to be able to relate to that? How? Oh, sure, Felicia, yeah, I understand. It's just like the lunch rush. You gotta find someone for my mom that's more like her. Someone who's imaginative and just cultured and educated.
And white.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't have to.
Look, that's not what I mean, okay? Now, if you had heard Judy light into my mom the way she did earlier, you would understand.
Oh, now, how could I? I'm not white.
You're really paranoid today, you know that? I think I'll forget I ever brought it up.
Hey, have you had your say? Good. 'Cause now it's my turn. Your mother is an alcoholic.
I know that.
Oh, but you think deep down inside, as long as she keeps her stress in check and doesn't take that first drink, she'll be okay.
She will be okay.
Wrong. She will die of her disease if she doesn't spend some time with alcoholics. She needs a sponsor. She needs alcoholics, recovering alcoholics in her life.
Tell me, is Judy the only alcoholic in the world? Victor, can anyone else sponsor my mother?
Oh, but you think Judy is the wrong person because? Why?
I told you, because they don't get along. Just tonight, Judy came barging in here, and she demanded that my mother go and make coffee for all the alcoholics. I mean, it doesn't solve anything. It just makes my mother frustrated.
No, Judy was doing what she had to do to keep your mother straight.
Well, there are other ways of doing things. Look, if you want my mother to have a successful recovery, you've got to bring someone to her that she can trust. Someone that she'd have as a friend, like Rachel or Cass or someone.
How dare you? Because Judy isn't white or rich or high-toned, you think she has nothing to offer Felicia?
I never meant that.
No? Then you tell me, how do you come to your conclusion? Huh? How do you know Judy and Felicia can't relate? What do you know about Judy other than she's black?
I know that she works in a hospital cafeteria.
Oh, right. The lunch rush.
I'm not saying that there's something wrong with her job. I'm just saying that I don't think she's capable of relating to the pressure that my mother's under.
Oh, pressure, huh? Well, you try and raise your kids and clothe and feed them and house them for $300 a week, then you come and talk to me about pressure.
I realize that Judy is a friend of yours. And I know that you put her with my mother because you want it to work. But it doesn't work. And by making me feel guilty because you think that I'm not objecting to Judy because of her color. I'm not a prejudiced person.
Wrong. You are not only prejudiced. You are the worst kind of bigot there is, the real subtle kind. I mean, you even fool yourself. You talk about class, and you talk about background, and you talk about compatibility. But what you really mean is that if you're not like me, don't come around here. Watch out, because we know you can't cut it.
It's not true.
No? Then you tell me, what have you got against Judy, huh? Huh? Grow up. You're not in the convent anymore. There are real people all over here who are worth something, who are just as good as you.
I know that!
No, you don't. Because if you did, you would have given Judy 5 minutes before you threw her off because she doesn't look like you and act like you.
Hey, Alicia.
Hi,
What are you doing?
buying coffee for my AA meeting. What's going on across the street? You know, that Victor has saddled me with the worst possible sponsor. And I'm supposed to be able to pick one out for myself, you know.
Well, I thought you asked him to pick one out for you.
Well, so what does that mean? That I have to stay with her? I mean, well, why? Because she's got Victor's seal of approval? You know, I went over to that meeting. I asked every one of those women if they'd like to sponsor me. You know what they said? No, Judy's your sponsor. She's so wonderful. You're so lucky. She has such a strong program.
No, maybe you should sit down for a minute.
No, honey, I can't. Believe me. The program police will report me for fraternizing with you. I'm supposed to be making coffee. You know what that woman did to me? She marched right into my restaurant tonight, right during the dinner rush. And Franco's not there. The bartender didn't show up tonight. That so-called spiritual mentor, my program paragon. You know what she did? She insisted that I drop everything. You believe that? Drop everything so I can come over here and make coffee for all these people.
So you're buying the coffee for them and, you know...
What did you think I was going to do? Clean out a 10-gallon coffee pot and make coffee in it?
Oh, I'm sure this will be fine.
No. Oh, no. You don't know my sponsor, Frankie. Judy the Terrible. If she finds out that I bought this coffee, you know what she's probably going to make me do? Grow my own coffee beans on my terrace and then grind them with my teeth. This is not funny, Frankie.
So Spader decided that we couldn't wear sneakers.
You gonna finish the pie?
Oh, no, you can have it. So I know you'd go through the roof, right, if you had to give up your tennies. So I wrote this report about traction and electrical conductivity.
Yeah.
Hey, finished?
No.
Oh, that's okay. I don't want any more.
No, you
are
have
not
to...
going to
But if you-
believe what was in that pie, John.
Well, I might.
A diamond ring.
Yeah?
I mean, Brett ordered a piece of pie. Obviously, Matt paid the waitress off.
Matt?
He was proposing.
Matt was proposing to Brett?
Yeah, I mean, they don't even know each other that well. They've only been going out, what, a couple of months?
Do you think that's too soon?
Way too soon. Are you kidding me? If it was me, I would have run for the hills. Of course, that's not what I told Brett. I told her she should tell him how she feels, be honest, you know. Ooh, that's me. It's Spader. You can thank me later for saving your sneakers. Mwah.
Thank you later for saving my sneakers.
Hi, John. I can't talk right now.
When's the date?
So much for ESB. You
Went that badly, huh?
wouldn't believe it.
I don't know if I'm going to use the interview because I haven't seen it yet.
I want the release form back, Matt.
If we don't use the interview, you will get the form back. If we use the interview, you will not get the form back, okay?
You have no right to use anything once I have deliberately said that it's over, it's done.
Goodbye. You want something?
We have to talk.
Oh. Now you want to talk.
Look, I'm really sorry about what happened earlier. I mean, I was just a little confused. I mean, it's not every day that...
Why don't we just cut to the chase, all right?
Why did you give me an engagement ring?
Excuse me?
The diamond ring and the piece of pie.
You found that in a piece of pie.
You know, I thought she was a little strange about the pie. I thought maybe she was supposed to put it in a piece of cake or
Who?
something. The waitress.
You lost me.
Look, if you think you can do this denial thing, like after the on-air apology...
Deny.
You know, I
Wait a
came
minute.
over here to tell you that we should be honest with each other about our feelings. Then I overheard you on the phone saying that you didn't want to lose me. Then I get the ring and the piece of pie. And then you showed up over at the Daily Grind.
What are you talking about? I didn't buy the ring. It's not from me, all right?
Oh. Okay. No big deal. See ya.
Brett!
But if she ran away, then you know that letter is bogus.
Yeah, well, it looks that way. Listen, Frankie, I really don't have time for this. If you could, check the station, check my office, check the machine at home, see if she left any messages, okay?
Okay, and if not, I'll call Marley and Bridget, all right? Is there a number where I can reach you?
No, I'll have to call you back. Thanks, Frank.
Excuse me. But it's not the custom for a stranger to make himself at home in my office.
I'm terribly sorry. I was told that I could find you here. I'm Ryan Harrison.
Should I know you, Mr. Harrison?
I'm Grant Harrison's brother. I believe that you're his wife's doctor.
You understand I can't confirm the identity of any patient.
Actually, I'm here on an official business. I understand that Mrs. Harrison is missing. I was hoping you could answer a few questions.
Oh, such as?
Well, do you or your security staff have any information as to her whereabouts?
Oh, so you're looking for her?
Yes, I am.
Well, why don't we start by speaking with your brother? Helga, could you send Senator Harrison in, please?